And want to start up nice and tall, so up into a nice neutral position. This is more that active lumbar flexion. So what I'm going to ask Amy to do here is to flex and roll her lumbar spine. It sometimes gets called articulation, but we're going to try to touch down one vertebra at a time whilst really scooping and engaging through the lower tummy. So it's a flexion exercise. And we're encouraging that spinal flexion, tuck the chin in and resting all the way back down. On the way up, one of the main tricks is that people will bend their arms and they'll lift the bar up in the ceiling, up towards the ceiling to make it a bit easier. So the cue here is to tuck your chin in, keep your elbows straight, grip the bar, keep it low, and up you go. You're going to roll up one level at a time. Finish up nice and tall. Beautiful. We'll just bring your legs in a little bit closer. Awesome, and then rolling back down. Tuck the chin in. That's looking good. And you can kind of splay your hands on their lumbar spine and just get a good feel for how they are articulating and moving through there. They might have a stiff segment that you can get them to really slow it down. And if there is a stiff segment, I want you to really scoop your lower tummy in and just find your tummy a bit more. Awesome. And then rolling back up. Very good. So that's your assisted roll down. Again, it's got some nice progressions. One of our favorites is on the foam roller. So if I'll pop that there for Amy, and you just want to perch right on the edge, make sure that foam roller is relatively straight, and we'll give you the bar. So the foam roller, much like the earlier foam roller exercise we did, creates a bit of instability, so it's going to make it a bit more challenging. The second reason it's nice is it gives you some really nice proprioceptive feedback about where your back is in space. So if you do have a stiff segment, you can really feel it a bit more on the foam roller. So same movement, we're going to scoop through the lower tummy and roll on down. Keep the bar nice and low. Nice, and then to return back up, we're going to tuck the chin in, scoop the lower tummy in, and peel the spine up off the roller one level at a time. Nice control. So that's the assisted roll down on the foam roller. Nice, and then you can rest back up. Awesome. They're probably the two main assisted roll downs we use. The other ones we use a lot of, which is a similar movement, it's a little bit different, but pretty similar, is assisted roll ups. So I'll get rid of the foam roller. And this is using the push through bar, so I'll just get it all set up. Alrighty, so yeah, more spring is more help. We'll go one spring to start with. And there is actually a bunch of different options here. We'll start with the base version, which is an assisted roll up. The main difference between this and a roll down is the position of the bar. So you'll notice as Amy does this, she finishes up here rather than here. So it does incorporate a little bit of thoracic mobility, and it's just a different position for the neck and shoulders. So we'll start with that, and then we'll build up to the ultimate, which is the teaser. So I'm going to get you to tuck your chin in for me, Amy, and peel your spine up off the table one level at a time. Very similar to the assisted roll downs. We'll just bring your feet forward a little bit. And then the cue here is at the top. We want to really lift through the sternum, so get that nice thoracic extension without flaring through the ribs. So stay strong here, but lift through the sternum. Awesome, and then we're going to tuck and roll back down. So that's really the main difference, is that last little bit of the movement. And that's where you'll see, particularly if people are stiff through the thoracic spine, they'll tend to hinge a little bit into their thoracolumbar spine. So we're looking to really keep tension through the tummy the whole time, and then extend the sternum and find that nice thoracic extension, independent of thoracolumbar extension, and rolling back down. Okay, so one nice version here is a half roll up. So if Amy rolls all the way up, then I'll grab the bar. If you flip, and we're going to go to a palms up position, and then if you wiggle back a wee bit, and then you can bring your arms down to 90 degrees. And this is just going to focus a little bit on the lumbar flexion component. So I'm going to get Amy to tuck her tummy in and roll down. just through the lumbar spine, so just to about there, nice. And then we're gonna roll back up into there, beautiful, and then tuck and roll back down. So it should really work that lower tummy. It keeps tension in the lower tummy the whole time, and we're just trying to get that flexion or articulation through the lumbar spine. So we're trying to really encourage it to come from lumbar spine as we roll down, and keep the tension in the tummy and roll back up. So that's a half roll up. Nice. And then we'll flip back to the normal grip, and then we're going to work towards the teaser. So if you have a lie back down, Amy, and so the first one we'll do is we'll take baby steps. You can take some jumps, but we'll go baby steps. So we're going to roll up and lift one leg up to tabletop. So if you tuck your chin in and do the same movement for me, Amy, and float your leg up to 90 degrees, and then you kind of finish there. Awesome. And then rolling back down. So that's just going to slightly increase the challenge through the lower tummy. And we'll do one more on the other side. Nice. And then we'll do that same movement again, but this time we'll use, so as you roll up, we'll start here and then we'll extend your leg away. So as you're coming out, we're going to extend the leg away. Now the angle you hit there is going to be very individual, depending on their neural mobility, what their straight leg raise is like, and those type of things. But yeah, we're looking to hit about that 45-degree angle and then coming back down. So we'll do one more on the other side, and then we'll ramp it up. Beautiful, nice control. So then we're going to really start to challenge abdominal control. So we'll go 90 degrees. So we'll bring both legs up to double tabletop. And initially we'll just do that position and keep the legs bent. So we're going to roll up. And as you roll up, the knees kind of float forward and you end up in that nice V position. And then we're going to roll back down. So that's a really nice option. If you are at all worried about their neural mobility or their straight leg raise, then this is a nice, safe option. And then if you want to challenge them further, you can do single leg extensions. So as you roll up there, Amy, we're going to extend one leg away and keep the tension through here. Awesome. And then roll back down. And same on the other side. We kind of view this exercise as we build up to that full teaser, it kind of sits in the same family as a hollow body hold in the gym. So that's where this carries over into some of your strength and gym work.